We're not Disney adults. We're just adults that like Disney.
We're not haters. We just have opinions.
We're not cat ladies, but we are childless. We're two entertainment creatives exploring culture at the intersection of fandom and our professional careers.
I'm Kaylin.
I'm Jacob.
And this is The Childless Millennials.
I always do it. Do you want to do it? You're in the chair. Let's switch it up. We switched up our chairs.
We switched it up. Welcome. I had to do it because you always do it. Welcome to a special audio-only edition.
That's right.
Of the Childless Millennials podcast. We are audio-only today because, Jacob, you just moved.
Yeah, I'm Jacob.
You're Jacob, and I'm Kaylin.
No, yeah, we just moved. This reminds me of one of my favorite TikToks ever is this woman's like, I have advice for anybody moving. Just die immediately right where you are. Because because is that not hilarious? She also says it and she has like a cut across her face. So I feel like there's a backstory of like, she like
there's lore there.
Yeah, she like got injured moving. And she says it like smiling. She's like, I just encourage you to die right where you are. Because it's the worst, but our new place is amazing.
It's beautiful. And we're doing audio only today because the new studio isn't quite set up yet and you guys are about to like leave and go and do a gig. So we wanted to get an episode out.
We did.
But this felt like the best way to do it. And I did the intro because we're sitting in opposite seats.
I know. They can't see that at home,
are.
but like I'm on the right. I'm wondering if I'll have better mic technique holding it in my right hand.
And meanwhile, I'm like, no, like my left side is my good side, and now Connor's looking at my right side.
Oh my gosh, stop.
I have more chins from this angle. Please don't stare.
Yeah, so what's happened since the last time we chatted?
Well,
any big events?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe like there was something that happened like to the whole country.
Yeah,
the
whole world.
Truthfully,
and actually the whole planet, the whole everything in space,
universe.
Too. Yeah.
So my not this this week is not this election.
Not this election. Not Donald Trump.
We have our first millennial vice president.
Yeah, we do. Not the greatest representation. I know. Can you believe that? And we have our first vice president with a beard. Her name is Usha. I stole that from Twitter. I'm sorry.
Well, this has been a great...
No, she's the beard.
She's the beard. This has
been to Connor.
This has been a great time. Love your new apartment. I'm gonna head out.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it was rough. I've cried, I've screamed. It was a bad day. But you know what? The childless millennials are not going anywhere.
The childless millennials live on. Okay, well, so you alluded to this earlier, and now I want to know because you said it was like a story. So I need to know your super fan moment of the week.
Oh, it's time. It's time for
super fan moment of the week. Super fan.
Very
so. It's so funny because we talked about this a little bit with Jackie. We went to the Back to the Future musical. So my friend Cartrez, I did like a random gig with him, and he's just like one of the stupidest singers, like, you know, insane. So I was auditioning for trying to audition for Back to the Future at the time, and so I was like researching it and like listening to the soundtrack, and so I was like, you need to audition for this. And he was like, who the hell would I be in Back to the Future? Like, is there like black people in Back to the Future? That's what he said. And I was like, yes,
a fair question. Yeah.
Like the mayor. You have to be the mayor because the mayor has this huge like campy gospel song with like 7 key changes.
Okay.
And so he told his agent tried to get him an appointment. Agent couldn't get him an appointment. And he was like, well, Jacob says I'm really right for this, so I'm just going to go to the open call. And then he booked it.
Stop.
Yeah, so they had their press opening.
So you are his super fan moment of the week. I'm kidding.
No, so we went to the press opening in LA. He gave us 2 tickets. It was super sweet. And it was like Bob Gale was there, Bob Zemeckis was there, Alan Silvestri was there, Leah Thompson. Like they had all these actors. And actually my favorite part, because this stuff like kills me, is they had so many crew members.
Yeah.
Like they were like, if you were, or they were like, so-and-so, please stand up. They're our director of photography, whatever.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And so then
And they like shouted everybody out. Like,
yes.
That is so
yeah, it's clearly like a big
cool.
fam. And so then there was like a little reception after that we went to with Cartrez. And we met the original mayor from the movie and the original Marvin Berry from the movie, both who were just like hilarious.
Yeah.
Like such a riot. And then they introduced us to their friend. And they were like, this is so and so, like he was on blah blah blah. They're like telling us credits. We're like, we don't know. And then the guy goes, oh, he's the principal from Even Stevens. And we were like, oh my God. So we were just like, we were kikiing with some Back to the Future peeps.
Was Violently Millennial.
That was Violently Millennial. No, but it was just like so fun. It was so sweet. And it was cool to be in that. It's again, like in a context with people like that it's a work thing because, you're just reminded that these people are working actors. And I asked him, I was like, what was your audition like? He's like, oh, baby, I did not audition. I just got a phone call from my agent. They said Steven Spielberg wanted to meet with me. And then I showed up the first day on set.
That's incredible.
I know, but it was just like super fan oriented. Like
because
so
you
many
love
people
Back to the Future, right?
love Back to the Future. Was my childhood movie.
Yeah.
Like I idolized Marty McFly.
Yeah.
Marty McFly was like the gay awakening for a lot of.
Oh,
gays.
that's good to know. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Wait, so when Jackie was on, we talked about the like Universal Fan Fest event that they're going to be doing.
Oh yes.
Did you see what they just announced?
No.
So the Back to the Future segment of that event is on the back lot in front of the clock tower.
Shut
Like on the set.
We have to go.
Oh, we're going. We're absolutely going. It's like multiple nights. It's not just one night. It starts in April. And I already signed up
multiple
for
nights.
Yes.
Oh, so it's like, is it like their Oogie Boogie Bash kind of?
I think so. I think it's going to be like a season. Because I think it's from like April to May, and I already signed up for like the like pass holder like email, like so I'll know when like tickets drop, and we're gonna go. Yeah, absolutely, we're going.
Go. I have the Marty like rainbow hat,
Yeah.
like from the second movie.
I think they said they'll have it's gonna be in front of the like clock tower, like on the lot
So
where it was
cool.
filmed, and like they'll have the DeLorean and like other stuff. But there's something interesting about it. I'll have to find out more information. On the Universal Studios backlot tour, they are not allowed to call it the DeLorean. Like they
Weird.
call it the time machine.
Oh.
There's like some sort of like licensing something where they're not
Oh.
they can't refer to it as the DeLorean. So they'll have the time machine on the
That
backlot.
is so weird.
If anybody listening knows why that is, please send us a message and let us know.
Wow.
But yeah, I do know that little tidbit that on the tour they're not allowed to call it that. But anywho, they're
I've
gonna have
actually
a whole.
I've never seen the clock
section.
tower. I've never even seen it.
Wait, you've never done the
Every time I do the tour,
tram
they're
tour?
like they don't go that way.
Yeah, because they do film a lot in that area,
Oh.
and so like, because it's not just that; it's like a whole like city square.
They've
that
talked
they
about
can-
tearing it down like a lot, right?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen it quite a few times.
okay.
And over summer for the 60th, because they had like a special tram tour like for the 60th anniversary of Universal Studios.
Mm.
And when you drove by there, they had the time machine and Doc, like
Amazing.
a character, like performer there
That's
as well.
a good Wi-Fi name. About something Back to the Future related, like 1.21 gigawatts or like Hillsdale Clock
This
Tower.
is the nerdiest thing I've ever heard you say.
We
That's
had
incredible.
okay, so we had like an hour discussion about naming the Wi-Fi for our apartment, and we were just not happy with what we settled.
Yeah.
But our Wi-Fi is Dominion voting systems. This started because we had a neighbor whose Wi-Fi was Trump 2024, and then we were like thinking of like funny locations, like we were looking on the internet. Somebody named their Wi-Fi FBI truck. or something. FBI surveillance.
That's great.
I don't know. It was stupid. But yeah, so that was my super fan.
I love that. That's so cool.
Yeah, it was great.
A friend of mine is, I'm hoping I'm getting his title correct. He is the hair and makeup supervisor for that tour.
Who's your friend?
His name is also Jacob.
My friend does wigs for the tour. Dylan.
Oh, well then they work together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe they listen to the pod.
Maybe they do.
Yeah.
Hi guys. Hope you're having fun on tour. I'm gonna come see you in a couple weeks. So I gotta be honest.
Okay.
I feel like kitschy Wi-Fi names are a bit violently millennial.
Yeah.
But I actually have another violently millennial topic for today.
Oh, is it time?
It's time.
Okay.
It's time for not a live performance of our theme. Wow. Standing ovation. I love that. Oh man. One day when we are able to make money from this show, we just need like a Connor cam.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like we have to just like cut in.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, have you ever, I mean, this is so off topic. This is not the violently millennial topic, but like, have you guys ever watched Twitch streamers who have like a cam of like their pets?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, I've seen Twitch streamers before who will be like streaming video games, and in the corner, it would be like for Oreo, like Oreo cam, and like wherever Oreo normally sleeps, they would have a little camera there.
So
yeah,
cute.
Adorable. So we need one of those for Connor and eventually for Oreo too, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
We're talking big budget now.
We already do have an Oreo cam, actually.
We're talking big budget now.
Yeah. Yeah, our Blink.
Oh, for like when you guys are gone.
Yeah.
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 We'll just rewire that feed to the YouTube channel.
literally.
Okay. Violently Millennial Musical Theater Edition.
Oh, Christ. This is going to be an hour. This is going to be an hour long. I think that everything musical theater at this point is violently millennial.
I had a hard time whittling down this list because I was like, yes, that is, it was a lot.
I feel like I could list like 5 things off the top of my head. The most violently millennial musical theater thing is hands down Googling Elphaba riffs. Like, who's your favorite Elphaba?
I'm dead. I think having a favorite Elphaba is very violently
millennial. You know, my friend is viral on TikTok for being able to like look away from the TV and they play 2 seconds and he tells you which Elphaba it is.
That's your friend?
Yeah, my friend Tyler.
I've seen that video so many times.
People,
it's so impressive.
He's like really impressive.
Yeah, there's only like a few that he was like, oh, I don't know who that is. Like,
yeah,
but like they're like, it's actually a very impressive video.
It's
really cool. He's like, oh, that's so and so, and I'm like,
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Number 1.
Okay.
Hamilton.
Is Hamilton violently millennial?
I don't think it started out that way, but I think it turned into that. I think Hamilton and like it being this like cool, hip, like rap show kind of like became people's whole personality in our generation.
I think what's violently millennial about Hamilton is just going, Eliza, randomly. Do you know what I mean?
So me going, and Peggy isn't. Or is that also violently millennial?
I also think...
Because whenever I feel left out of something, I'll just go, and Peggy. And that is like me like pushing myself back into the conversation.
What's also violently millennial is anytime in rehearsal and we take a break, I go, take a break. That's violently millennial. Yeah. Let's take a break and go upstate. I'm not off book on Hamilton.
Oh, I could run the
really,
show down.
Really?
Yeah, it was, so for a long time, Zach and I, anytime we were in the car, we would listen to musicals. And Hamilton was like heavy in our rotation. And we would start it from the beginning and we'd be like, are you Burr or are you Hamilton? And we like were each apart.
Oh my God.
And then like the Schuyler sisters, it would like he was always Angelica's, I think, like the high soprano. I think it's Angelica. No, it's Eliza, Angelica, then Peggy. He was always Eliza because he can sing higher than me.
Yeah. I will say, I think the Angelica rap though was like I did learn that.
So.
Yeah.
So
like
this is what it
I
feels
actually
to
remember
match
like
wits.
being
Yeah.
like, I need to learn this so that I
We
can
would
do
we
it.
would do the cabinet battles like heavy.
Oh,
Like Zach and I could do the full
wow. Good
cabinet
for
battles. Yeah,
you.
violently
That's
millennial.
impressive.
Okay. Yes. I'm still hung up on you singing Take a Break. That's so funny.
Take a break.
Okay. Dear Evan Hansen.
Oh, 100%. 100%. So I hate Dear Evan Hansen.
I do. That's why I put it on the list.
Okay, yeah. And you know that I literally told my therapist I don't think I can date Connor because his favorite musical is Dear Evan Hansen.
Is that really your favorite musical?
Well,
not that it was like my favorite.
Okay.
However. Hello, everyone. It's my podcast debut.
Welcome, Connor. We'll put a
Thank
clap
you.
track here.
It's so much easier for me to jump in because there's not a camera.
Correct.
It's not necessarily that Dear Evan Hansen is my favorite musical.
Uh-huh.
However, I had a very visceral reaction when I saw it live because just in general, like parental kid relationship stuff really gets me. And that moment where the mom is singing big, so big, so small. Thank you. And just that moment where she's basically saying like, this kid is my everything. Like I will always be here for you no matter what, when things are so big, when things are so small. And I'm just like in the very back row of that theater,
Sobbing.
bawling my eyes
Absolutely
out, like,
sobbing.
in pain.
Yeah.
I'm crying so hard. And Ben Platt was amazing in that show. I know Jacob has feelings about him post Dear Evan Hansen, but he was incredible in that show. Absolutely was amazing. And I love the music.
Yeah.
The music is amazing. And it has to be amazing because the story is so heavy, so dark, so traumatizing that the music has to be like light and uplifting. And Pascal and Paul did an amazing job trying to like contrast the content of the story and like keep things flowing without it just being this heavy, heavy weight, which a lot of musicals that deal with dark themes can be. That like just
the music is dark
just
and
a burden of like depressingness, whereas everything is like peppy and up in tempo and instrumentation and everything. Anyway, that's what I have to say. It was a fight in the beginning of our relationship because Jacob was like, Dear Evan Hansen is your favorite musical? Oh my God. But we worked through it.
I do wish we had a camera because like the amount of eye rolling you just did
It's
was
accurate though.
I mean, I don't not believe you.
My Jacob impression is, oh. That's what he does all the time.
That's it. That's the impression.
Okay, that's it.
Thank you, Connor. I have never seen Dear Evan Hansen. And truthfully only know Waving Through a Window.
In the words of the Grinch, I hate, loathe entirely.
Wait, no, there's one other song that I know from Dear Evan Hansen. You Will Be Found, because we did it in a show that I did.
They're amazing. You're done. You're done.
You can't talk about this anymore.
I was like, how much longer do I have to listen to? Okay, no. I just have to say, and because this is now topical, that musical won Best Musical the year that Donald Trump. Oh no! Actually, I think Hamilton won the year he was elected, but Donald Trump. It was like the first full year of him being president, and that show won Best Musical. So in the time of us electing the biggest fucking liar to the White House, we're gonna have a show about a big fucking liar win the Tony. And you know what didn't win? What it beat out? Come From Away, a show about 9/11,
was
about
amazing.
community and hope. But you know what? It's very reflective of 2024 because Kamala Harris was Come From Away and Donald Trump is Dear Evan Hansen.
Maybe in this situation, correlation does equal causation.
Maybe. It's called musical theater.
Not the shout. We peaked a lot. I guess we got to cut that out. Oops. That's somehow going to get lost in the edit, Connor. I don't know how.
I will say, though, it was the best thing that ever came out of Dear Evan Hansen is the video of somebody putting the baby filter over Ben Platt in the trailer for the movie and being like, the reverse CGI is incredible. That was so funny.
My favorite was my favorite thing. And truthfully, when I think of Dear Evan Hansen, this is what I think of since I've never seen it. You guys have seen those like the bad lip reading videos. So somebody dubbed a video of Ben Platt doing Waving Through a Window. And it's just like, Wyman!
Oh, yeah. It's
but my
so
favorite,
funny.
My
I know
favorite
exactly.
is the, can anybody see? Is anybody Wyman?
I know exactly
this is
you're
what we need to be
about.
posting on Instagram.
Yes.
Is that type of, but like to this day, it is like a vocal stem that I have to go, can anybody see? From that stupid video.
That is hilarious.
Okay, the next one on my list, I'm a little nervous that this one's too niche.
Okay.
But I think like you're the most musical theater person I know, so I think you'll have
recovering
Taylor the Latte Boy.
I don't know. Is that Boomer?
I don't think
Boomer,
so.
But not Boomer, but like who's before? It's.
I think it's Elder Millennial. I do
because that was like before I was even in college. Like that was like violently whoever was before.
Maybe like geriatric millennial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know Taylor the Latte Boy because in like the early 2010s when I was doing pageants, it was in heavy rotation for the musical theater girlies singing in pageants. Yeah, I competed for Miss Florida for 7 years.
What?
Yeah, I was first runner-up twice.
Are you joking?
No,
me?
I competed with Jerusha Cavazos.
I had no idea. In the Miss America or
in the Miss America organization. Yep, I competed for Miss Florida for 7 years. I was first runner-up twice. I was second runner-up. I was fourth runner-up. I won overall talent. I won overall interview. I won a lot of things, and I never won the pageant. Correct. I've been in media training since I was 17 years old.
No wonder you like totally knew the one. I was like, I personally believe.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans, such as
nations, don't have maps.
Such as because so I actually watched I had never seen it. I watched Drop Dead Gorgeous for the first time, probably like 2015 with a friend of mine in Orlando, and she looked over at me at one point. And she was like, This can't be accurate, right?
And you're like,
and I was like, you would actually be shocked. Like, you would really be surprised at how accurate a lot of Drop Dead Gorgeous is. And of course, it's campy and over the top, but there are, like, it never happened to me, but, like, girls that I competed with had been in other pageants and had, like, fully been sabotaged, like, ripped dresses, like, intentional, like, oh, I accidentally got self-tanner on your white evening gown. Sorry. Like, that kind of stuff. Like, yeah. It never happened to me. Fortunately, like for the time that I competed, most of the women that I competed with were absolutely wonderful. They were really, really good friends of mine. I had the girls that I competed with, I had incredibly positive experiences with. The organization, not so much.
Mm-hmm.
The former director of the organization, that was the director when I did pageants, is now in jail.
Oh. My God.
For stealing all of our money.
You know that my best friend was Miss California and competed for Miss America, Ariana.
Oh yeah, you know Ariana Afsar.
Yeah.
I always forget that you know her. She was like, I was obsessed with her, like as a fan.
Like
I was a big fan of hers.
She's like my like childhood like.
I did not know that.
Friend.
No, I was like a huge fan of hers when I was competing.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll definitely have Ariana.
We should. That'd be so fun.
I think
text her right now while I'm looking.
I
was like, yes, FaceTime her. I won't be weird. I swear.
Yeah, I think that. So Ariana is like, she's like my sibling. I think that when I told her that I was doing this podcast with you, she was like, who?
Ariana,
and why
I'm
is
your
it not
biggest
me?
fan. I love you. Please, no, I really love you.
Oh yeah, no, we'll definitely have Ariana on the pod.
Okay, that was a tangent caused by Taylor the Latte Boy.
Wow.
Okay, I have 3 more, but I'm gonna cut it down for time.
When are we getting to?
That's the last one.
Okay.
Well, which one of these? Is it Violently Millennial to be a fan of Aaron Tveit's Opt Up and Roxanne from Moulin Rouge?
Literally shoot me in the face. I don't actually think that's Violently Millennial. I feel like that's Gen Z.
You think it's Gen Z? I just see it all over TikTok, and people are like, people lose their shit.
And
I feel bad because like then when he doesn't do it, people are disappointed. And I'm like, no, like the whole point of an opt up is just like, when you're feeling fun and frisky, like it shouldn't be, in my opinion, like that's not the baseline. And now people expect it.
I think it feels Gen Z to me because Violently Millennial is me scouring the internet for a particular performance of No Good Deed by Eden Espinosa where she ops up and does the Fiero and like people lose their mind. And so I'm like, y'all can have your air and debate, Roxanne. Like we've been, I don't know it off the top of my head. It's the da da da
feelings I can't hide.
Yeah, I actually don't know if I know it. Yeah, I
no,
don't.
It's the please, believe me when I say I love you. There's like a whole like opt up that he did that was not in the key, but there's like a whole thing. No. I'm probably not doing it correctly. I just know that people lose their shit over it. I was gonna say that slime tutorials was on my list.
I don't think slime tutorials are violently millennial. I think what's violently millennial is thinking that you are educating somebody by telling them about slime tutorials. Because I'll see people that'll be like, do you know that the kids call them slime tutorials? And I'm like, you are late. Like they are not even called that anymore. They are called that now to be ironic.
It's like funny now.
Yeah.
So being pretentious, slime tutorials aren't violently millennial, but being pretentious about slime tutorials is violently millennial.
Yes. What is it?
We should. Okay.
A slime tutorial is like the code name that like somebody made.
Yeah.
For bootlegs of Broadway shows. So
yeah. So like illegal filmed recordings of Broadway shows that would get uploaded to YouTube in an effort for them to like not get taken down. People won't name them bootleg recording of December 1st Wicked performance starring whatever. They would just put Wicked slime tutorial. Or like Eden Espinosa slime tutorial.
Yes.
And so like everybody knew if you put slime tutorial in the search bar, you were getting Broadway bootlegs.
Did you know that the producers of Wicked were very explicit to the ushers to not stop any recordings in the audience?
I did not know that.
That's tea, mama. This is the tea we spill on the childless millennials.
I didn't know that.
Wicked got terrible reviews, which shows you that reviews don't know anything because Wicked is like a sensation phenomenon, is going to be the movie of the year. Like the movie's apparently incredible. They got terrible reviews. Everybody was so over it because, of course, musical theater people were over it. They have no taste. And they literally told the ushers, like, do not stop
because they wanted it to be posted.
Because they wanted, and it was like, and this was like early YouTube. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And it's crazy because they have created a culture of where the bootlegs of that show help.
Yeah.
Like people now want to go to see every Elphaba play.
Yeah.
They want to they go over and over and over.
I mean,
I have not confirmed that with a producer, but that is what I have.
That's what you've heard.
That's what somebody, a reliable source, told me.
Well, that is a perfect segue into the final Violently Millennial musical theater show, which is none other than Wicked.
Oh, yes, of course.
Of course.
But
Wicked is Violently Millennial, I think, in the best way.
Yeah, I wouldn't say like violently millennial. I would say like, what kind of like
quintessentially millennial.
Powerfully millennial.
Powerfully millennial. I am actually very hopeful for this movie.
Oh, I am expecting to love it. I hear nothing but like the
I have
best
heard
things.
Incredible things. I told Zach earlier, I was like, I fear that I will start crying the moment it starts and not stop until the end of the movie. Just because like, I mean, I know the story, obviously, but I feel like the spectacle of it is going to be incredible. And like, if Ariana and Cynthia's relationship on screen is anything like the relationship they have presented in the press tour, it's going to be like an incredibly emotional experience to watch.
What makes you cry about Wicked?
Everything.
Because I will always cry at The Wizard and I. It makes
always.
me cry every
oh my
time.
God.
It's the most
The Wizard and
joyous.
I is gorgeous.
It's like part of your world. It's like just the most hopeful, dream infused. But I also always cry at if a show's really good, I cry in the opening number. I don't know why.
Oh,
I always cry in an opening number.
I've seen Wicked a handful of times, and it's funny, after the first time I saw it, like knowing what's coming, I like every other time I would start crying in the overture.
Yeah.
Like, there it is. There's a dragon.
I know.
And it's just, oh my God.
It's just so,
Yeah.
it's literally so good. My mom just like, dumped a bunch of stuff off with me from my house. And the Wicked shirt that I bought, or somebody bought for me in New York, I still have it. I don't know if it fits, but I wanted to wear it every day. And I knew that was like gross. So I was like, I can only wear this on Wednesdays.
Wicked Wednesdays.
On Wednesdays, we wear a Wicked shirt.
On Wednesdays, we wear Wicked. That is, that's pretty violently millennial of you.
Because I was like obsessed with Wicked.
So
as so many of us were,
people.
But I don't know if I've ever loved a show as much as I loved Wicked. Like Wicked was my show that I was like, what is that? And it became my whole personality. And I was like,
So what you're saying is you're going to wear the shirt and we're going to go see the movie on a Wednesday.
Yes. Oh my God. Don't bring up that show.
How could you, Connor? Take us back to a dark place.
I'm truly like so excited. And it's just like really what we need.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, it's like the first Spider-Man movie coming out right after 9/11.
Yeah.
It's like we need that big, beautiful.
I think it's just going to be a spectacle. And like the two of them, obviously, Ariana and Cynthia, are so talented.
Yeah.
But like, so is Jonathan Bailey. And I'm really excited.
Oh, he's going to be.
I'm really excited for his Dancing Through Life. Truthfully, I don't know who I'm going to become. And I may have already said this. I don't know who I'm going to become when part 2 comes out and I get As Long As You're Mine with Jonathan Bailey and Cynthia Erivo. I may combust.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the bisexual panic that's going to happen, it's already happening just thinking about it. Like, holy shit.
I wonder if he'll do an option, speaking of options, because the Adam Lambert As Long As You're Mine option was like, here we go. You're braidless, baby, I'm white, but you got me singing through different. Somehow I'm falling under. Now just imagine I'm Adam Lambert. But somehow I'm feeling it's up that I felt. Like in his very like
in his Adam Lambert,
his like big old
Oh, I like that. No, I am interested to see like what liberties they take vocally, because obviously we've already heard like Cynthia's like and like Defying Gravity.
Yeah.
But we've also heard a few different options of it. So I'm interested to see which one is the theatrical version, because we have heard a few different versions of it in like the different trailers and stuff. It seems like Ariana is going very Glinda with her choice. Very Kristen Chenoweth with her choices, which makes sense. Because like that's like her idol for that role. I'm interested to see Jonathan Bailey's choices and like what liberties he takes with it. Also, if you can't tell, I'm obsessed with Jonathan Bailey. I love him.
What's not to be obsessed with?
I mean,
are you alive? Are you breathing? Yeah. Have you
seen him wear tight pants?
I think
Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Did you see that it like broke the internet that he said that a picture of him exists of him only wearing his Sphero boots and nothing else? And everybody was like, "Drop the picture, Jonathan."
Who was it that? I think it was Chris Evans that like nudes got leaked of him on Twitter, and everybody was like, "You leaked these? Like you did this yourself?" I think it was Chris Evans.
Oh,
yeah.
My God.
Connor says yes. I need Jonathan Bailey to leak his own.
I think no, Jonathan Bailey.
I shouldn't objectify people, but I mean, we saw a lot in Bridgerton. Is it more in Fellow Travelers? No, I haven't seen Fellow Travelers yet.
Oh my God! I mean, it's so good, but he just he's just a hero.
Yeah.
When was the last time we had a gay man playing a straight leading man role in this high profile of a Hollywood film?
Yeah.
Has that ever happened? Ever? I don't know. He's the first man to be on people's sexiest list.
In the year of our Lord 2024.
And what I love about him too is like he's gay. Do you know what I mean? Like he is gay. But just because he is so dropped into who he is. Not gay like in a performative way.
No.
I just mean that he is gay. Like he is hot, he's masculine, but then we'll also show up on the red carpet in like these booty shorts and we're all looking at his legs like, are you joking?
Hello?
Did Peloton make those? Like what is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a hero. He's everything.
Yeah, I love him. we had talked previously about Cynthia's comments about the poster.
Yes.
And I think it was last week or the week before, someone asked her about it again. And she didn't necessarily retract her statement, but what I thought she said was very interesting because it was something you and I had said, which was, maybe I should have kept that in the group chat.
Yeah.
And she basically was just like, I felt a way about it and I reacted to it, and maybe I should have kept that to my close friends, or maybe I should have kept that in the group chat, I think is what she said.
And
so I feel maybe she listened to our show. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. No, but I do think that was very interesting of her, because the person interviewing her, I felt was like very much trying to push her into talking more shit.
Oh, I hate that.
It was very like, well, I agreed with you and I think that, and I don't know, maybe it's the media training, but I think when you're interviewing like that, especially in like a red carpet setting, it is not your place to interject like how you want them to feel about a situation. Like it's not your platform in that moment. You are interviewing someone else and like facilitating their voice in that moment. And so I did think that was a little weird, that it felt like the interviewer was pushing her towards like more vitriol about it. But I did really respect the fact that she like owned it and was like, yeah, I felt really, really strongly about it, but maybe my reaction should have just stayed with my people.
Totally.
I thought that was,
I also brought it up at work to somebody, and I was just like, I just can't with like, in regards to it, because I was like, it just frustrates me when people just like take what they do so seriously. And my friend goes, "You mean you?" And I said, so that is the thing. I did say that at the beginning. I was like, I'm probably very jealous, but like, girl, I've also not kept things in the group. I have definitely not kept things in the group chat.
Yeah,
yeah.
We've all been there. I think of saying something, putting it on socials, or saying it in a room full of people, and then being like, maybe those should have stayed inside thoughts, or like maybe I should have like called my partner about that instead of and we're all human, and I think that it's like I had said before, like her experience is her experience, and clearly
100%.
she was feeling very strongly about it. But I thought it was interesting that when, I mean, like I said, my perception was that interviewer was kind of like provoking her to say something more about it.
I hate that they
and
did
for
that.
her response to be like, yeah, I felt that way, but maybe I should have like talked to my friends about that instead of posting it online. I don't know. I thought it was really, it was a respectful way to handle the question.
Totally.
And kind of redirect the interview to go back to a place that she wanted it to be to. I thought she did a good job.
Said our very own competitor for Miss Florida. In general, the Childless Millennials podcast is really making waves in the cultural zeitgeist, I think.
I think so.
Miss Jackie Cox actually did A Girl Worth Fighting For.
Her
event, which was
that idea was born on this show,
which was so funny. I love that Jackie was like, "Remember when I thought of this idea?"
And then did it. I love Jackie, and I love people like that who like take like a fun little nugget and actually do it.
Oh yeah.
Like, I love that type of like follow through and passion. And when I saw that tag on Instagram, I was like, oh my God.
I know. It was so good.
So now, Jackie, we need you to come here and perform it. I know it's post-election, but I still really want to see it. Please perform it here in LA. Even if it's just for me in Connor and Jacob's living room. Thank you.
100%. All right. Well, next time I see you, I will be back from my cruise.
Yeah. How long are you gone again?
We're gone 13 days. We're going to South America.
Whoa.
I know, with the suits. And I'm really...
Okay, just for clarification, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
but you're not
so-
just like taking suits and
No, so
going
Connor-
to
yeah,
South America, please. Like,
hilarious.
because like, oh, we're going with the suits. And it's like, oh, cool. You're going to South America wearing suits.
Wearing suits. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the end. No, we were in a performing group called The Suits. They sing, doo-wop, pop, rock, and Motown. We're doing a little guest artist contract for Holland America. And I'm really excited about this cruise because we have a live band. Which
That's
is
exciting.
So nice and so cool.
Yeah.
And the guests love it.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
It's just going to be a really nice getaway. Yeah, going through the
You're
Panama.
doing the Panama Canal.
We're going to Peru, and I really wanted to go to Machu Picchu, but there is not enough time because going to Machu Picchu is like an excursion.
Yeah.
Did you know this?
I
It's
did.
like you have to reserve like multiple days.
Yeah.
And it's like a dream of mine
It's a
to
whole
go.
ordeal.
So we will go at some point. I'm in time. I'm sure there will be another cruise. Yeah, hopefully the stew will be a little more set up next time.
I love it. It already looks so pretty.
Yeah,
Like-
we'll have to show everybody the new wall that we
Yeah.
put in of these panels, these acoustic panels. I begged Connor to put his desk on the other side so that we could use that wall for the podcast, but he said no, it's fine. This wall is okay too.
I guess it's all fine. No, it's beautiful. And I can fully extend my leg and still not be touching Connor anymore.
I know, right? It's like a bigger
Yeah.
room.
I'm excited for like our new angles when we get back and we
Yeah.
actually do like a filmed episode. We
Exciting.
have more space to play with angles and yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah, so we'll see you all in a couple weeks. And
Yes.
just, the huge, make sure to like, subscribe, give us a review. Also, like, if you're listening, please send us a DM. I keep telling people, I'm like, I actually really want to know what you think. Like,
Yeah, I really
please
do.
tell me.
It's always such a delight when somebody randomly is like, "Oh yeah, like I listened to your podcast," or they'll like reference something that we've said on the show.
Yes.
It happened to me the other day actually. I was just like casually talking with a friend and they mentioned something that we had said on the show, but my brain
how
didn't
funny.
click that they had heard it on the show. So I went, "Oh yeah, we actually talked about that on my podcast the other day." And she was like, I know. That's why I'm bringing it up. So yeah, if y'all are listening, like just like send us a little message and let us know because
Yeah,
we
wanna know.
enjoy doing this because Jacob and I love to yap.
Oh, love.
But we also love to know that you guys are listening. So please let us know what you think. Let us know topics that you like that we can talk about. We're not going to run out of things to talk about anytime soon,
never.
but we will always try to incorporate things that you all like. And yeah, just feel free to send us a DM. And if you're
Period.
listening on Apple Podcasts, the ratings really do help. So
Mhm.
please feel free to give us a little 5 stars.
All right. So we'll see you real soon, yeah?
See you real soon.
All right. Take it easy.
The Childless Millennials is a podcast hosted by Jacob Heron and Kaylin Kelly. The show is produced by Connor Warren Smith with music by Connor Warren Smith.